So hi all, in this session we are just going to see about the Windows form um, generation by using creation by using the Windows Visual Studio 2019. So you need to on the Visual Studio and we need to create a new project. Okay. So once we create the new project, so here all these things are automatically selected. So I'm just going back to take all platforms. So this is how something which will look for you. So in that you need to select Windows form. So once you select Windows form, now you are ready to select your languages. So you can select C hash and our platform is Windows. Okay. So these two will appear in front of you. In that you need to select the Windows form app. Okay. So Windows form app, the Windows. So this is what which you have to select and you have to create next. So it is Windows form. So I will just write it as greetings form. Okay, so greetings form. I'm just changing the name here and then clicking on the create button. So once I click on the create button, it will take you to the project. So this is how it will open like. So you will have your Visual Studio, and apart from that you will also have a form which is created, automatically created. So this is the form which we are going to work with. So in this example, what we are going to do is we are going to create a button and a label. So what this button will do is when we click on the button, the label, the what is to be displayed on the label will change. When we click on the button, the label will change. That is our whole objective of this example, so Windows form example. So now we will see how we could actually start doing with the Windows. So opening this particular form, you can click on toolbox. So where we can get this, what is that, this button, this labels. So these are all drag and drop. So how can we get that? So always understand this form has to be open. And once this form is open, when you click on the toolbox, you will get all these options. So in that, all window forms, there is some option called all window forms. Just click onto it. So you could see that what all things which you can actually drag and drop onto the forms. So all these things are possible. So in that we are going to get a button. So we are just going to simply drag and drop this button. Okay. So once you drag and drop this button, you can increase the size of the button and you can change the name of the button. You can change the position, everything you could do. So whatever you do, when you click on the button, basically you could see a properties window here. Okay, this right hand side lower, okay, there is something called properties. So now it is actually showing the properties of the button 1. So this is button 1 because I've already created another button. So this is button 1 and this is the properties which is shown here. So here I don't want to show it as button 1, I want to show it as something else, right? So we'll simply click on that and I will delete that and I'm going to change its name as click me. Okay, so now what happens is that the name of the button will be changed to click me. Okay, so name of the button is basically changed to click me. Now there are behavior, there is data and there is design. Okay, so now I will go on to the design and I will change the name. Okay, I will change the name here. So now we are going to change the name here in the design part of the button. So here we will change it as say label greetings. I'm changing this and I'm clicking enter. Okay, so you could say that the name has changed here. Okay, and you have changed the name here as well. Okay, so this is what the first step which you have to do. Now what you have to do is that now you need to add a label. So what we are going to do is that when you click on this button, a label has to be displayed. Okay, so for that we need a label. So again we are on the form, just click on the form, and then click on the toolbox here, and you can search for label here. Okay, so it will give you, in this label you have to select. So in all window forms, this label, so you're creating that, you're dragging that label and dropping it here. Okay, so if you want to increase the size of the label, that and all is up to you. Okay, so now what you have to do is, I'm just when you click on the label, you could see that the properties of the label is basically displayed here. So now you can just scroll down and go to the design part of the label, and you are going to change the name of the label. Okay, so I am making it as label greetings. Okay, 1 second. Yeah, wait, this is because I'm clicking on the design and the click me. I'm clicking on the click me. So now this is actually click me. This is click me. See, this is click me. So basically I written the wrong names wrongly. So here it is, button click me. Okay, because otherwise I'll get confused. So this is for the button design. Okay, so this is the button design. So I have changed it, and now I'm clicking on label, and in the label for the design I'm changing the name now to label greetings. So now it will be more easier for us to map things, otherwise we'll get confused. Okay, so hope I didn't confuse you. It is click me. When you click on the click me, the properties for the click me will appear. So in that you change the text name. Okay, if you want to change the text name, you can you can change the name here, and then this is where the function is. So that is the design part. So for the design part, you basically naming the function as button click me. So if something happens in button click me, okay, something has to happen in label. So that connect we need to bring. So this is basically the function. Now when you click on the label, okay, so in the function, so this is the function name basically. So what should happen is actually here in the design, and if you want to change the name of label, you can actually change here to show. Okay, so I'm just changing it as show. So what happens is, okay, so the label name is basically displayed as show. Okay, and the design for the label is label greetings. Okay, hope you are able to understand that. So these are the changes which we have done. Now what we have to do is, you have to double click on the click me. So once you double click on click me, you could see here that there is a form which has come, where you have the label one click and the button me click. Okay, so this is how the form will look like. Okay, and again when you go back to the form and when you click on show me, okay, it will show you another thing which gives me button click. Okay, so these are the two things which you have to understand. So this is how it will look like. Now what we have to do is, we are double clicking on click me. Okay, now in the button click me, so when I click on button, something I have to happen in the label. Okay, so in order to call the function label, so I'm going to use lbl greetings. So lbl greetings dot, there is a function. In order to add the text, we have got a function called text. Okay, so this is the function which I'm going to use, and then what is the text that I have to add? Greetings, you are here. Okay, and whenever you want to end the code, see, there is some error which is actually shown here. This tilde, just red color tilde, just shows you there is a error which is shown here, and I have already told you this in the last one. So if you are updating the code, it will be in yellow, right? So in order to end the code, we need to add a semicolon. Okay, so this is what you have to do. So there is some light blip shows that there are some issues to be fixed. So yeah, so here dot, So when you look like this, they are actually showing like some errors. Okay, and it's asking me to click on the error, so to what I should do. Okay, so I understood the error. So what I'm doing is, it cannot be used as a function, it cannot be used as a method or a function. That is what they are doing. So what I'm going to do is, I'm going to have made a small mistake. It is not a function, it's actually a, you can assign it to this particular text. So what you're going to do is, when you click on the button, okay, something will be assigned to the label text. Okay, some text will be assigned to the label. That is what is basically happening. Okay, you can save it. Once you save it, it will become green color. Okay, now it's all good. Okay, now what you have to do is, so that's all we have done. We have our form. Okay, in our form, this is a form. Okay, so in our form we have basically this click me button, and you have show. Now I'm going to build this. So I'm going to start. Okay, so it's actually building this particular thing, and now it shows you a click me. So now this acts as a button. Okay, so when I click on this, you could see greetings, you're here. So this is what we are going to do. So when we click this, it will show you it has assigned this particular text onto the LBL greetings dot text. Okay, so this is what is the program is all about. Okay, so our program was very simple. We actually wanted to create a particular form by using the Windows form. How to do that we understood from this particular video. Then from the toolbox, being on the form, clicking on the toolbox, we dragged and dropped the needed widgets which we are going to use. Okay, for our program. And when you click on each and every the form elements, what happens is that its properties will appear. So you could just go here and drag down, change in both the design and the text label if you want. Then this is the label. So here also you change the text label, what is to be displayed, and you change the function name for the design. And then you, as our program, in our program, what we had to do is, when we click on click me, the label has to change. So that is whatever the content that is displayed on the label has to change. So we clicked on the click me, and in the button click me, we added one particular line which says that when somebody clicks on the click me, you better go and display this. So that is basically done. So this link between the button and the label is basically done by using this label greetings. Okay, so this is what we have seen. Then after that we run the program. Once we run the program, the form will appear. So when you click, it will just show you greetings, you are here. So that is what we have seen in this particular video. Hope you understood how to get started with the Windows form. Thank you.